There are plenty of poorly run clubs in Europe, but also quite a few who find good deals in a crazy market and invest well in youth. But which club is the best run in Europe's top 5 leagues? Starting off in Germany, whose clubs seem to be at the forefront of modern football. Whether it's employing young academic managers or investing a lot in their youth academies, Bundesliga clubs are almost always streaks ahead of the rest of Europe. Bayern have had a brilliant transfer policy and have monopolised the league, and Leipzig are not far off breaking into Europe's elite. But the club I've chosen is Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund will never be able to compete with Bayern Munich's financial might, and their owners know that if they want to break Bayern's constant stream of title victories, they will have to think a bit differently. As a result, the Yellows have implemented a philosophy of investing in promising youngsters and giving them significant game time, with the forethought of either selling them on for a lot more money than they were bought for, or keeping hold of them and improving the quality of their squad for years to come. The best example of this is Ousmane Dembele, who they acquired from Rennes for just €50 million last summer, and sold for upwards of €100 million a year later. The Schwarzgelben have an incredible scouting and analytics team, bringing in the likes of Rafael Guerreiro, Julian Weigl and Christian Pulisic, all of whom are consistent starters, as well as a brilliant youth academy, which has produced Felix Passlack and Mario Götze amongst others. If Dortmund continue as they are, I have no doubt they will break Bayern's monopoly in the coming years. Moving over to England, where it is a decision between Spurs and Southampton, and I've decided to go for the latter. The Saints have one of the best youth academies in England, producing the likes of Gareth Bale, Theo Walcott and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and integrate youth into their first team exceptionally, with James Ward-Prowse and Jack Stevens playing significant roles in the first team. Southampton seem to be able to find good replacements for anyone who leaves the club, however influential they have been previously. When Pochettino left, Koeman was a great replacement. When Wanyama followed his former boss to Spurs, Oriol Romeu came in and played brilliantly last season. When Dejan Lovren left, Virgil van Dijk arrived and has outperformed him in the Premier League for the last 2 seasons. The list goes on. Although the Saints' exceptional scouting in places like Scotland, Austria and the Netherlands has allowed them to repeatedly replace players, most of whom go to Liverpool, they are trying to move away from being a selling club and really elevate the quality of their squad, shown by their refusal to let Van Dijk leave this summer. The third club we look at is in Italy, where I could have gone for Atalanta because of their youth academy, or Napoli because of how well they replaced Higuain last season, despite their intended replacement getting injured, but in the end I couldn't look past champions Juventus. In a similar way to Bayern Munich, the old lady have monopolised the Serie A, consistently buying up the star players from their rivals, such as Higuain and Miralem Pjanic. Their ability to find deals in a crazy market is also extremely impressive, as they brought in Blaise Matuidi for £80 million, Mehdi Benatia for 15 and Douglas Costa on loan this summer, 3 brilliant players for less than 1 Gylfi Sigurdsson. Whether it was under Antonio Conte or currently under Massimiliano Allegri, the management were always given a quality squad, with a good balance of experience and promising youth pinched from smaller clubs, and one that can compete both in the league and in Europe. The fourth and final side we go to is in Ligue 1, with Monaco. Leonardo Jardim's side were amazing last season, as they won Ligue 1 and got to the Champions League final with a very young squad. A lot of their star players have been sold this summer, with the Reds making a lot of money. Kylian Mbappe, who came up through their youth academy, was sold to PSG for £166 million. Benjamin Mendy, who they picked up from Marseille for £11 million last summer, was sold for 5 times that amount to Man City. Tiémoué Bakayoko, who came in from Rennes in 2014, was sold for €40 million. After bringing in a lot of money from these deals, they could have easily gone out and spent it all, but instead they continued their policy of spotting players' ability before their prices become sky high, bringing in the likes of Keita Balde, Yuri Tielemans and Adama Diakhaby. If Monaco continue how they are, they will no doubt consistently challenge for the league title and perform well in the Champions League. All 4 clubs are run brilliantly, but if I had to choose one I would go for Dortmund, as they bring in and develop some of the best youngsters in world football. Thanks for watching, let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.